professional Hearthstone casters to set up narrative around the series. There is one narrative left to resolve, and that is the power of the Sea Hunter that has now to come up against the Warrior, and this is the version, this is the reason. It could not be set up perfectly. Lovestorm 0-2 on Hunter. But now with the matchup he craves. And just dropping the scout on one.
You cannot hunt a demon hunter.
I have found my prey.
Should do a little happy dance as he topics his new heights, all three within at least a follow-up. I was pretty surprised to see the scout drop. Lovestorm cannot catch a break in this match with his hunter.
Oh no.
It's hard. I mean, there are a lot of cards that we can name as bad draws. It's hard to imagine a worse draw. It just doesn't do anything.
No Exarch, no Mixologist, 3 sisters that haven't been found, no Elise that could have been coined out there, no Discover effect whatsoever that would start discounting the alien
stars
encounters.
above, the light of
10 to 15 card. Okay, a card, a Hearthstone card has appeared.
I should probably look for Lovestorm is January.
I wonder.
All that stuff, but the size of your minions right now, the
Quickly!
he's not relevant. His problem is he's just so slow.
Heads a shout.
In fact, he's so slow that she could just take a turn and fall to him. Oh, picks up maybe a door. And how about 3 copies of Marin?
Sign me up. Okay, a card that finds more cards.
Does this card find the card? Looking for a Niall right now.
There we go. Dead center. Send it right down the middle. There you go. All right.
And he is now hit with the realization that detention has access to 3 copies of Aaron, which is hard to actually get the other copies. Sensing blood and
We crowned. We crowned.
This ship would fall apart without me.
I think it makes a lot of sense here, right? Lovestorm has not gotten Insidious down, which he does top deck right now. I'm actually kind of a little surprised. Playing Insidious here, to be honest. It's a months now, but he will end up getting crowned on the following turn. What do you think, son? Was that Insidious Captain you, or just...
So obviously, like, I'm looking at the hands, right? To me, this is Insidious or die. My only counterpoint is maybe Lovestorm is not thinking that Definition has picked Crown, because no one ever picked Crown, they always pick Wand. So maybe thinks he has a little bit more time.
Justice is mine.
A little annoyed to find out that there is a crown. It can roll, right? You get maybe a couple 4/4, something like that. Or some devastating minions you can pick up.
Done. Did not even take note of the text on the other one. It was Saviors, by the way, but Divine Shield Fury. Fairly reasonable. In terms of stickiness, oh, it's 2 rags! It's 2 rags! Definition might just be sensing. His name is on the World Championship trophy right now, and Lovestorm sinks into a pit of despair. Oh my goodness, it's brutal.
And as if it couldn't get any worse, there's also a copy plus Raptor in this location. If he ends up needing to copy another one from hand, I don't think it's going to get to that point. There is a Griff at the top deck. I mean, we can get Steel, but then we need to have something on the board after. Okay, we do have a Griff the discount turn. These can get pretty fun. Small problem is we don't run Brewmaster.
Time grows short.
Give the Legion a taste of their own chaos.
Then open up the tracking. Make those cost 0 as well.
Lovestorm is getting a lot of donations in. I mean, notice he has a ton of stuff he needs to do this turn. He needs to, 1, deal with the rags, 2, probably gain some armor, and there's still the issue of the extra deletion on the board, knowing that there's a 3rd rag in hand for Definition.
Armor and health were both available there. Yeah, that ends up pickup reduces again. Sylvanas in play.
Yeah, and so...
This ship would fall apart without me.
Just because the Sylvanas was only dealing more, so the Invader's still there. He can deal extra damage with as well. There's Dracorex. Wait, there's a Dracorex plus copy.
You can make a 5/5 copy of a rag that doesn't die to the hostile invader, or just a 5/5 copy of the Dracos, right?
Yeah, so he can copy the Dracorex. It's a 1 copy, but he copies the Dracorex. He has
It's a
6
1/1.
speed. It's a 1/1 copy, but it still works, right? It still does the damage, so he goes 5+1. Can deal with an extra minion with the 2.
Can't stop me without me!
And then I believe it's not quite guaranteed, but he has 2 rags. He needs 1 minions on the board. I don't see a guaranteed lethal here, but that's the best one I can come up with, which looks pretty good to me.
That does look pretty good. I tried to ignore you as you were explaining that, look for something better, and I could not see anything better. Definition seems to agree that is the line. 1 more minion take down here. So the only outcome that does not win the game is
I
2
wonder.
shots to 2 minions. Rags, you know what to do. Oh, he's alive! He's alive!
And incredibly, having survived, the game suddenly feels, well, I mean, there's still a rag in the hand, right? We are at 6 HP. That part is a little bit of a problem. However, this deck does run
Details.
I wonder.
he's got Insidious. What needs to happen is build another board, deal with your opponent's board, again, not to play a village, because to just be Savants plus a freeze.
One of the trackings during that crazy turn on the previous turn, Ziliax was offered, which I did make my eyes perk up just a little bit. I think everything that was taken...
Science reporting in.
I don't think if Ziliax had been taken and discounted by one, Lovestorm would have been able to survive in the way he did. It's worth pointing out that Ziliax was winning out in the previous turn, but still, it is incredible that Lovestorm is still surviving in this edition. Ceaseless is still not playable. The actual counter at 39, Lovestorm's has been discounted in his own hand by 4, so still a long way away from making that happen.
Yeah, probably worth mentioning, like, the ability and also, you know, to be able to, like, collect yourself when you're facing down 2 rags and you're thinking, wow, like, my opponent is so lucky to pull off that discount turn and end up in a situation where you don't die is pretty incredible.
It is. It absolutely is, yeah. Like, you know, I know the mechanical basis of how to execute that turn in terms of just, like, having a scout.
This ship would fall apart without me.
In terms of actually looking at each discover box
Quickly!
every single turn, I do not think I have done that with anything like that level of consistency. Landing. Oh no!
Justice is mine!
Stabilizers can go for an at least for a 5 here, maybe pick up those lines. We see rapid and Raptors, which is a little scary. 6 HP.
Be a Glacial Shard on the Dracorex again as well. Zero mana. Oh, he's gonna trade in. Okay, interesting. I was expecting him to stay wide here to try and protect even further against the Rag and just use the Glacial Shard.
Yeah, I think. Okay, does pick up this. Like, just needs. I think now we might see him freeze.
You have to freeze, right?
Yeah. Because he also needs a target for the minion.
He needs to guarantee a target.
I wonder.
Otherwise, Definition has an angle to just play around it by not playing minions as well.
Absolutely, and Definition now he has some control. He has Wand in hand. Needs to figure out if he can find the lethal here.
Fix it yourself! Quickly!
You take the roller again.
Watching, it's just your best play at the moment. It's a little weird because they don't heal that much from the Ziliax. I think he might just go for another brawl, right? And try to be. Yeah, he's just gonna.
Yeah, great point. Great.
Yeah, and then next turn, just can't do anything. At least. Yeah, I mean, it's spot for recognition. Depends on how much mana it's gonna cost right now. That eruption makes sense. It's just gonna be enough. There's
If
nothing for
Lovestorm
Lovestorm.
plays a card this turn, yeah. Oh no, it's just even going to pass on the next turn. The card draw
Yeah,
off
he
the
passes.
top on the next turn is going to be 5 + 7. What a spot from Definition. We praised Lovestorm for navigating his way into this, but that is a lovely turn for Definition as well. Board locking, shield slamming away his own minion, playing the Dormant, which having the Dormant minion in play is relevant, right? Because that's a card that he played, the discounted his season. And they're just saying, yep, no Ziliax, no healing for you. turn with the ceaseless.
Quickly!
This is the kind of game I feel we've been waiting
It's not over yet. Lovestorm picks up the mixologist, and if he can get armor,
He doesn't get it!
that is so brutal for me.
As if BMing, we have to ceaseless expanse. And in 2014, Ragnaros comes out to play. Emotional support question as well. Golden hits the board. Definition going out in style. What a semi-final. And Definition is going to march on through, preventing the All-China final. And my goodness, the lowest heartbeat in the building right now is Definition, who looks entirely... Banter, is there anything else to add? But what a game of Hearthstone that was.
Semi-final, fast in Hearthstone, then that one, super intense. I think the first 4 games felt more like kind of, somebody's dying, somebody's getting beaten down, like, that's fine. That last game was just, I mean, I have to feel bad for Lovestorm, the way it panned out. You could, the look on his face after the rag, the ability to still ends up just missing on the armor. Brutal game from him. Tough way to go out.
Final question before we were going to go. If we were going to do a Derek Brown top 5 plays of the story, lethal to win the game from Definition.
So, I personally, I would say that discount turn so much harder than, I mean, from Definition, you do have to spot it, which of course is important to, you know, pay attention to. I think as soon as he sees the ceaseless and all of the armor he gained, not the most, like, I don't think he would take credit for that being a super complicated setup. Still important to spot, but I think that Lovestorm just mechanically and just figuring out the way this can be much harder.
We love to see high-level Hearthstone coming out as we get towards the business end this time. We have one finalist locked down, we have one more to decide, and then a grand final to bring you to decide the world champion of Hearthstone for 2025. We are very much into the business end of this tournament right now, so you do not want to go anywhere. Grab yourself a glass of water. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with semi-final number 2.
hell shall ignite.
Welcome back, everybody. I have no idea how we are going to follow that one. Definition has got one match to go from having the most to being the most in Hearthstone, but we do have another semi-final lined up to find out who's going to play. It's going to be Shouty, it's going to be Phil. Hey guys, we're watching that. In the virtual green room, how do we follow that? Any idea?
It's probably going to come down to the egg block, right? I think that's where we're going to get the most excited. Really hard to call. Storm struggled significantly with that hunter. Shaman, they don't have a hex or anything like that to deal with it. They do have to put sort of their chunky minions in. They do get chunky minions, like it is a thing they can have. And Shouty does have a choice of some good cards here. Phil having to throw his hand away, no egg fetching to back at his dancing best, so he's up for this match. But he hasn't eaten the imp. Going to have a target for turn 2 with the like the Wisp and the Sergeant that needed. Yeah, no Wisp. You have the Liquid Star. One for you, Sergeant. Yeah, that's what I said, like, you know.
Easy peasy. Egg on 3. And I think Cursed Catacombs is one of the reasons that this can be so consistent, right? Having, you know, egg itself, of course, but then holy egg. Their Cursed Catacomb to be able to find one of those 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
Makes it much more consistent than you might expect.
Yeah, and Hellfire really good in this spot, as is Havel Flip. It is kind of the best way to develop your board. A lot of the old moves you have to choose. Do I use up their minions? Do I use up my minions? Both are needed. Sometimes, if Shouty throws 3 here, Hellfire cleared the board and the egg in one spot. And he dodges that source, and now he has a chance of bet. Hellhawk's next turn is going to be substantially bigger. Backed up by the Murlocs, which is fine because the Murlocs would still be alive to start pushing that damage.
Double Mortal Coil picked up as a potential just continued cycle here on the 1/1s.
Yeah, quite like it. But yeah, just go for the fast egg. He does. Have the Archdruids in hand already. So if you get the egg to kind of close hopping and then play the Archdruid next turn, he can do a lot. And next turn actually has the whole caboodle, right? He has
matchups where your opponent is more aggressive, you're able to sort of
no taunt left, field the field, can I attack for 20, and then play the use, and then put it on the 0-3, and then attack 20 more. And then he's in a good spot anyway.
Well, and actually though, the Philfield says, you know what? The most damage you can do burn-wise in a single turn is 6. So Philfield's just going to go ahead and get the extra 20/20 refills with the second copy here of the Archdruid.
Yeah.
They're in good cleave position, but I think there's not enough buffs, or any buffs really, on Amelia for it to be a meaningful amount.
How would he get possibly to doing 9 in turn? He would need Furious Vows and double combo on the same turn, which would be turn 8. Velocity definitely buys him 1 turn as far as he's concerned.
That's just it. Flip, flip. Hold reconnect, and very quick, easy aim for the egg lock.
Yeah, wants to do it to Phil, not messing around. None of that interesting stuff that we saw in the game before, just hit people for 60 on turn 7. That's the way you win games of Hearthstone. 1-0, Egglock out over here. Wow, Egglock in the semi-finals and getting it done. Down to just the Death Knight and the Warrior. It's getting so close.
Yeah, and you know, should this make it to the finals, I think this lineup is going to be sort of the big surprise of the event. And no one was really prepared for this Egg Warlock. And it looked like it was going to struggle when Phil had it. But if you're going to be on key at a certain point in the event, day of groups when no one's getting eliminated. It is the day to do it.
Absolutely, get it out of the way. Bank all that luck, that's definitely what works. Okay. So now into the phase of Hearthstone. Now the Egglock's done its thing and won it again convincingly. We were discussing how Shaman looked like a bad matchup for him. But so far, on this massive sample size of 3 or 4, it's looked pretty good for the Warlock. But it does often come down to do you draw the egg or don't you in this match, in this deck. So he's drawn it now, and when we've seen him draw it, we've largely seen it win. Chinese Hunter has been banned as well, even with the Warrior. The line of Phil we saw. Subtle and Banterface talking about the pros and cons of that. Would you ban the Hunter or would you leave it up and take a chance?
Yeah, I mean, based on, you know, sort of the performance of the slower Hunter in Love Store's lineup, shout out, I think that similar.
Yes.
There with Sarah, this is Eglock, right, in terms of Death Knight. Still rather not send. There because theoretically the slower build of the hunter is sort of intended for those slower matchups, and you know, you can't always rely on someone's different builds, meaning that they're more likely to get unlucky.
It also means you don't have to mess with Grifter too many times. It's hard work. You can very much. That's the level 1 thinking when you first play that matchup with the Hunters. But I'll steal their 20-20 and I'll kill them. Even if you hit, there's quite often. Right, that. So yeah, it's interesting, but maybe he just didn't fancy dealing with that. It can be quite irritating. But Shouty now, queuing the Shaman and get into the Death Knight. Doing a lot today. The Death Knight being the underperforming leader for this tournament by a substantial mark.
That's my inclination as well. Then you just get to attack in with the Blob of Tar to utilize the poisonous, and then Shouty will be able to use the step extra shot to clear up two. He trades it, and then Phil gets to use both basically effectively.
Being presented with a lovely decision to second blob or release. When you want to husk next turn, so going over to the location doesn't feel so exciting as normal. It's still pretty exciting. You also take one, but I don't think I'm going to
do it. 5. Ooh, that's tough. You usually want to see all 3 at once. Pair them together, but let's go ahead and take a look at that location.
So
spell, Raptors.
Yeah, which is fine. Bit of clear, and the Death Knight spells in particular are very good at dealing with boards. So nice there. But Shouty is starting to connect with a lot of damage. As pointed out, static shot, now takedowns to poisonous, protect, a chunky minion, and there is no corpse explosions on the other side.
And this is kind of why I understand a lot of people's draw to Shaman. Not the most incredible hand, no Hagatha, but just having that Flight of the Firehawk, you know, having the Turbulence to get the double buff effect on those copy minions. lot of stats.
Do you want to put 8 dash into a 1? I don't think you do. Listen to my thoughts as well. Yeah, I'm just about how you can avoid being husked this turn. You're screwed. When Shouty takes your time,
Okay, I'm just gonna hope for a good discover. Way over, actually. Pretty solid here.
Illidan versus Rexar. Let the hunt begin.
Raptors, the rush with the resummon.
I will set the sky ablaze.
seems good.
I don't know if this gives Shouty an extra hammer. Not sure how that works.
Wait, what's happened with Fulfill? Can he not attack? Is it bugged? What's going on? No?
I don't know. I'm not sure what that face was about. I think he's maybe also not sure if this gives an extra hammer, but yeah, it's not attached, so. Yeah, removing the stat bonuses, right, means that he only leaves a 1, which is about as good as he could possibly get there.
Has Maladar, Isera, Blob,
Pretty good follow-up, you know?
with Shaladrisil in hand, with all that extra mana that will then appear. Yeah.
Yeah, without the Shaladrisil, you think, okay, I hope my top decks are... But with the Shaladrisil, that just means you've got...
I think excited there as well because yeah. 2-turn lead. Attack twice, and then next turn press the button. Alec here attack twice. It does, so he does go with the more sensible board option.
Everything needs doing.
Sets up taunts, right, to protect these littler minions for a good Wish Upon a Star turn.
I never make 2 trips. I never make 2 trips.
Probably as good as Shouty's gonna get.
Yes.
Eat up, little one.
Maybe once again just go for the buff and hold. It does have access to the last location to be able to play Ziliax next turn.
Demons. Demons.
So many plays here look kind of good. None of them look particularly inviting, but you can also just push some damage if you want to, and just ignore the fact that something's going to be poison.
Yeah, and he used 3 force to come.
I grow impatient.
Oh, yeah, just
Yeah.
pushing. Okay. Yeah, I like this.
Buffed Alec here, remember, from the initial fire thing. So that does represent lethal if Fulfill's just messing around.
Time grows short.
But, Sophia, maybe looking at Constable Evil here with the lifestyle, I think he's doing that.
Truck. Which
Either one off or just has it. You can, team away the 6/7.
Yeah.
Frost Strike isn't a damage. Leave use 1 mana off and
5, 6, 7.
wait, no, isn't it just enough, right? You can show the taunt, play away and buff a minion.
Silver arrowheads! An excellent choice.
A Corpsicle certainly. A little bit confused there. I think
so, yeah.
Philfield will still be okay, but
Just.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong number. I was looking at 19 cards in deck, not 19 attacks. This is the disadvantage. The numbers down for you.
Yeah.
You're looking at the wrong ones, and yeah, unfortunately, no more taunts. Alec here, just gonna get the job done. Not sure where my head was at. It was just...
It's fine. I was trying to count me. You said 19 like 11, so but it was 5 more with the Winston's, 5 more with the Buff. That was 16. That was 21, which was getting me close.
Close, but not quite. 3 off.
Yeah. Okay.
If he had gotten damage off of the initial discover, not the first
I
strike,
grow
but
impatient.
then I think he still could have had an initial out. So, this is a total of 10. You can get the initial out.
Alas, poor warlock.
If you pick up that cryo.
Time grows short. Which room?
Warrior left to the corner after the first game. I would back Shouty in a warrior mirror against anyone in the world as well. I think he's played more than anybody in the world, unless somebody's been testing them massively behind the scenes. Shouty has just played that warrior so much at a high level. So, obviously, any given game, Phil feels capable of winning as well. But I think Shouty's experience and slight lineup edge now as well, for me at least, is making him a slight favour here to that finally to finish.
Yeah, we have not seen that very well into it's come up several times that it's had sort of in the 30s of win rate over the course of the event. It's just one of those where
Quickly.
maybe this was the deck 5 that started that.
It's very hard to say we pass.
I see your fire cannot be extinguished.
Which four would you pick? I would drop the Death Knight, but I don't necessarily think that's absolutely set in stone correct. But that would be my choice.
Well, that's what Shouty has done. It may be what ultimately rewards him if he's able to pull through in the rest of this match.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, there we go. We've got the next match lined up. It's going to be Shouty on the Rogue. It's going to be Phil.
The Fellfire devours all.
And a big deal. What happens here, the Death Knight quite often can just get enough health to get slightly out of range, but not necessarily.
Well, already a good-looking curve for Philfield in terms of Creature of Madness gives a 3, especially if you can get a kind of chunky 3.
Time grows short.
Our crew could always use another hand. Welcome to the crew.
One that's temporary. That
Oh,
causes
the
some
Steward,
problems,
Clumsy
like
Steward.
Clumsy Steward. That's
For
the one.
me, I know names. Don't let the haters tell you otherwise. Just like a picture of that is a package.
Yeah, this as good as gets for Death Knight curve.
That side and on Shouty's side, it's not as good as it gets, but you take this hand as well. You have the recurring damage from the Phoenix, you have the Tusk for combo EMG stuff going on, you have the Shadow Step for general purpose, and he's in a position again where he can decide how he wants to play out his next couple of turns. Let's take down a minion. Always tempting to go all face in these situations.
Straight from outland! Perfectly balanced!
It also makes makes your dubious purchases so much worse if there's stuff right.
Absolutely. Let's see what the picks are here. Okay, nothing exceptional. Frostbite shooter.
Join with me.
It's nice and it does draw you a card. Probably
Feed my blade!
Welcome to the brew.
Be good, so get the free one. Like you say, go wide, do some stuff at the same time. Shouty's having a look. See what he gets. Double shadow step in hand. Generate some situations. Oh no, now I think you end up swinging because you hate your hand. Or maybe you just chill. I don't know what you do.
then you wait your turn. It feels rough though. Shouty is determining whether he just needs to high roll. So far at 4 cards drawn for the turn, so EMG still at 5. Would need exactly, prep second to eat the imp to be able to get an EMP.
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
I think he's just making the time. He'll feel about to go for the re-roll, we think.
We have lights, not bad. Shifted card of Pyromancer. Shatter. Is that ever going to be a mechanic? Who can say?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do it. Everything, by the way, here, Edelweiss. Absolutely everything. Double shadow step, Weaver, Doobity.
Demons.
Surely he finds the empty here, right?
Demons.
Oh, there was one in the map. So, second. I think deciding whether or not he wants to step the Platosaur.
Do it, use the Oracle, find the other EMG.
Yeah, Oracle is interesting. At certain points in the game, Oracle would be kind of the nuts.
Yeah.
His rock.
Vengeance is mine.
Wow.
What a board.
And this is the thing, it was looking like a really good curve for Philfield. And then suddenly...
Your opponent!
Ultimate mode to clean it up. It's basically now... The Messmaker, I didn't see what Dark Gift, Reborn, and Enchantments. Quite nice to be able to sort of remove a lot of this.
Yeah, he's going to put everything down to 2 health that he can, so that thing will go off 1, just do 1 damage, Reborn, go off again, do 2 damage.
Do wonder if you might have wanted to get the 4-3 down some so that it will die on Shouting's turn and not his own. Sage Shift, right? Does 1 damage to all enemies if it dies on your own turn, but then 4 if it dies on your opponent's. So if it dies on Shouty's turn, it'll just be 1. Dies on Philfield's, it'll be that 4, yeah, and so come on, go ahead. Get some rest to that effect.
Going somewhere.
Illidan versus
Weaken the board.
Illidan.
This ends now.
No
I will set the sky ablaze.
manage your hand.
reps either. You can set a manager to be able to coin out Incendius.
You've got spell damage on the board right now, so that's a good time to use it.
Actually, it's about the
Just make sure to put much damage from these as you can.
that free pull was more important to slow things
My
down.
wool
So,
itches for war!
representing an more in the typical Sage Swift. No, it's just so that you can keep the leeches up.
I grow impatient.
But I would guess we're looking
Time grows short.
to have something come out of that. Right, that's using the terror corpses, so most people that doesn't Exarch into into 3 before.
Vengeance is mine.
If it gets one tick, you don't draw a ridiculous number of conversions. In the meantime, that can be a big deal. And probably isn't conversion, isn't it? Working out whether he was weak here or not.
Wait! Find the real one! I swear!
In a world where now, it's an armor. For it now.
Step Phoenix. And yeah, just gonna wait. We're considering that, you know, I like the draw, but maybe it should have been either, you know, no Pterodax,
Demons?
just to try and set up some kind of big swing,
Demons.
or maybe Glavatar, no draw, just to have a clean answer to this Incendius.
Yeah, I always say it doesn't matter if the Incendius sticks around long term, but this might be a game where it potentially will lose. Don't deal with it. Sharon just decides to work as a minion-based turn. Just tick the button on the point. That's an extra 5 damage. We're talking it's a very close thing.
Time grows short.
It's another mess maker. Goes in here and makes a wide board. You know, mess maker doesn't die early. It's gonna be getting We'll want to attack Incendius here, so the mess maker doesn't like stealing them off. But it also may not matter.
Oh my goodness. Let's have a snow
Demons?
on to happen.
Demons.
Okay. Just got to put him in there and not have the Thalnos by the look of it. Still has Thalnos for the end of the last turn.
I grow impatient.
Getting the damage while on the board is clear. The eruptions have not behaved themselves. There is the Thalnos finally.
Do you hold them? No, just gonna go right.
Time grows short. Hell in the
Just enough. Yeah, exactly enough asteroids. And Shouty up, 2-1.
Just about the maximum damage, but as soon as they clear the board, he has to switch plans. Give him a foul off to counter.
Welcome to the
He's
crew.
Strangely enough. And he is down to the warrior. He has a mirror, he has a death knight back, and then he gets a definition.
My world itches for
He doesn't,
war.
Phil will get to play definition and have an egg. And I don't mean that as scornfully as it came out. It's incredible to see that something called a line-up like this, including backing it up, really showing that this line-up wasn't just a fluke. When they both get to the top 8, when they both do so well, it is a line-up. The Death Knight in particular looking weak, and also Phil looking a little nervous. I don't blame him. He's come through so many tournaments again. I've talked extensively about the Chinese system. Phil qualified for the playoffs, which is the sort of...
Our crew could always use another hand. Welcome to the crew.
67-player event that he had to get into the actual Masters tournament and then qualify for the Masters tournament. So he's come a long way. His journey is only 2 matches from being the world champion. So whatever happens here, he's had it, but he has got to get it done in these 2 days.
Honestly, if I were having to face someone in a warrior mirror, Shouty would be that I want to feel like
Yeah.
kind of player with a lot of experience. Able to get some work done. It's not in Phil Field's warrior, but it is in his death knight. So, with surprise,
Demons.
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 Warrior up, needs something to do with it, and he was taking a chance in the mirror. Also, I'm not saying it. Every time I do this, I get down the list, say, and then there's 3 cards different. But they do.
We have just the one strike. I think
What's your dream destination?
Full Barnabas post quest, and then
One
maybe
renovation.
have demolition renovation. The flex slots.
Yeah, so they are going to be card for card the same if they end up playing it. But first, we are going to see Phil on the Death Knight, as you see there on the left.
The Fellfire devours all.
Drew his 1-up into the Lost City. Seems to do that a lot. Can't understand why. Steam cleaner in hand. Wish you needed this early, but there you go.
Yeah, well, it's a nice security blanket. You get to know you've got it for when the time comes, but yeah, could do it.
Time grows short.
And Bob as well, right? So
Kurt,
when
pretty easy to release.
the war comes down, you Bob it and then see it.
right. You might have a ball walk on turn 3.
Red smokes the smoke!
Shield slam.
Bam.
Yeah, unfortunately for Snowfield, that Dark Gift, right? Would have loved Reborn, would have loved Elusive, right? As a 9/4 Elusive, but just presenting that threat, forcing out an early Shield Slam means it's not there for something much bigger later on. I'm still gonna have this.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, curve build out nicely. It's a 2-card curve to turn 5 when you've got creature and Elise.
Check location, 5/5 +2 attack.
Dance, my pests!
How is it even possible?
He's looking
Time grows short.
Communications reporting
Feed my flames!
Staying threatening from an empty board. 10 damage, right? Since you get the 5/5 copy, you get both the 1/1 charge and the 5/5. And I guess that's because you have 2 on your hero as well. So it's a 12 first damage. It's still worth it.
There's a lot of damage coming in otherwise.
Let's get another.
I never make this trip! Hell Inferno!
And yeah. Here's the Renovator immediately. So, Shouty able to feel much less threatened by this location. Could go further.
Straight from Outland! Perfectly balanced!
Christopher Bill feels next.
These turns are really tough. Renovator might need, he's aware of the danger. And he'd really like to get his ancient down. For me,
I see your fire cannot be extinguished.
The players are playing really well. Just mix it up by the right time, and it's so difficult. So I just want to play my ancient right now. Close my eyes.
Yeah. Shouty says he agrees.
Good. Feel sorry for him.
Gives Phil the opportunity to play another minion so that Shouty can get that free for glory.
Yeah, free for glory into Crocodiscs, into Brawl, gain 10 on the turn, have your little location, and it's a silly 12 dash. Might well be the solution here.
And going for the Bob. A potential tool in the long game to use on the quest reward or ceaseless, some other high impact minion. Phil just taking a chance at draw a minion, get 2 copies. Certainly not going to be wanting corpses with these Blob of Tars, but I doubt that was quite what he was hoping.
I think he set his stall out right from turn 2 that I'm going to play this as if you have no removal, and if you don't have removal, you die, and if you do, I've got Steam Cleaner and I'll work it out.
Right, yeah. Which is fair. When you are able to sort of steam clean as soon as they play the quest, pretty likely because the game's so long. You don't necessarily need to try to have all this value in him. You know you've got Headless Horseman, which a lot of Death Knights don't have. You do have Marin.
I do wonder if, with that in mind, Shouty will try, if he can, at some point to gather control. So far, he's having no option in the matter at all.
I expect he'll be looking to blow up the location this turn. Just because it is Roar copy with the outside head and Brawl instead. It was a pretty big board, so sort of struggle a little bit either way. And now Philfield can choose to get good value out of that copy here on Avatar, on potentially a Leech if you wanted to do that with the Hideous Tusk.
Yep. Bank some damage now, but obviously your minions die at the end of turn, don't generate a board, so that's no good. Yeah, just have a fairly poor looking turn.
Is it even that poor? I think it's pretty alright. Lobs are good into Draco Rex. Shouty is on there.
Together here, that 12. Damage, but no longer looking quite so terrifying.
Yeah, I've sort of gotten to enough stabilization, right, that if he has to, he can pull the trigger on the Renovator. Is coming up on the Ziliak's turn. Has the Brawl to deal with here.
So
if you coin Draco Rex, it doesn't stick around, but at least you move only some one attack units.
Okay, that's both balls gone.
Yeah, it's a big deal. When you consider potential corrupted Shaladrisil things later in the game. Shouty making some hand space, getting rid of the location. Setting up for a
No thoughts at the moment how to turn it around. You don't need to think about how to turn it around. He will need to work it later. How to play. Just complete the questions and take it out. Now your mission is to have a reliable health total for now. And
Illidan versus Kurtress.
I cannot rest until Anatheron falls. I will set the sky ablaze!
Whenever you play against Warrior, whenever you want to, a way of just not taking much damage at all for a while. He has lost that ball from the early attack though, which is the minions ramp up in size might become an issue. We did see Maxi get choked out by these husks by Phil.
Yeah, losing Bulwark and both brawls early on to, sort of middling sized boards leaves the potential for Phil when he picks up some of his bigger threats to really threaten Shouty unless the season comes on.
Trying to get bombed here, I think, was the reason. No, he missed the damage there for some reason, so I was going to fill his board. I'm going to assume it was deliberate. He wanted to make sure that the maximum health total came out, which is why he cleared off that minion with the poison.
Yep.
Shouty now down to 24. Get really annoying, but it's not going to get so annoying with this Draco Axe. You've been mentioning a couple of turns.
Does offense, but Philfield doesn't have to worry about the Draco Axe sticking around.
Mega Receiver.
It is nice, but it might be more interested in the Chilflin Baron from this position.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta go ahead and go for that.
Why won't you let me have nice things, Adler? What is a 917 Mega Receiver? Wasn't come out of it.
Our crew could always use another hand. Welcome to the crew.
Keep going nice, right? Throwing out hands.
Yeah. License to do that as well.
Demons? Demons.
Yeah. 15 more. Plenty of corpses available.
Time grows short.
There is Maladar, Sulatasil, do a load of damage in one turn. Losing plenty of
Yeah,
corpses.
not corrupted, but
If you kill him anyway, yeah, that's what it's about. It's later. Sometimes it's even better corrupted.
Welcome to the crew.
In those unique situations, the fact that something's just get a load of armor, make a board, get his quest reward down, draw the quest rewards before they get burned. Sounds easy.
yeah. Ziliax with mana.
Demons?
Strike and
Demons.
if Shouty wants it. Finally able to get these down without having to worry about the poison too much.
Yep, again, you only go to 22 health, so it's more about the board than the health. Obviously, getting out of range is nice, but it's maybe a control. Getting to
Grows short.
Shouty is going to need more stuff. He's going to need to know it. He's going to need to get the quest rewards, and he's going to need to force Philfield to steam clean in a way that he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, and notice the merit. Last thing you want to do is force the merit and then now you've got both merit treasures and this quest reward in your deck. I think Shouty wants to keep those separate. Knows that the steam clean there for the Torbius. You just let it happen. Hope that you get time warp in the first two, or maybe off with the amulet, and then have still sort of parity with Philfield in terms of your own Marin treasures at the end there.
Yeah, there's also the thing now that if Philfield needs to steam clean now, Shouty's perspective, it might destroy some of Philfield's Marin rewards.
True, and I think the head has not been drawn, right? So
Another one that goes, yeah.
If there's a time, now would be sort of the most awkward for Philfield.
So you should do something with it yourself. Has his own seasons to start the
Time grows short.
and has Bob agreed with another option. But maybe Bob would draw his card.
I just hit the head with the Philfield is younger brother. Aceceless, just because he's low on clears.
Plays his own Mammon. Shouty's Millfield's got to decide now what you're going to do. This is a really powerful card. You can get rid of them, but you can't get rid of the Yeah, you can see the pressure. The top
here, follow up with Crown, Hideous Husk, something like that. Basically has pretty full information on what is in Shouty's hand. Figuring that there's a ceaseless there.
What are these?
They're not great. That's, I'll say they are not great.
No, that's found like that.
Dead. Brittlebone Buccaneer can do it. Haunt, though. Hes Horseman, right, is kind of catch up with the capability of steam cleaning rage. A couple of minions, he can set up to find things out of this hero power that will, let him...
Alas, poor warlock.
Sort of sticky boards, do damage, picks up some of the frost.
Absolutely. Time is running out for both of them. The deck's getting a bit it's getting a bit chicky. He is coming with Edge Shout. He's setting up for that now in terms of how he wants to empty his deck, how he wants to play things. Draws at new heights.
Straight from Outland! Perfectly balanced!
They were both buried.
Yeah. Still one left in the deck. Absolutely unfortunate for him. He's had to do this the hard way. But look, he's emptying his hand out. Look at the planning here.
Okay, 1 in 3. Eat.
Short.
Quite important because with the shuffle of Collateral, something you need to do is hold on to it to shuffle something.
Job done.
Stop it.
Yeah. Which would be... Plenty of choices.
But yeah, I'm
My hand is full.
maybe would have wanted to just try for the Latorvius amulet, right? Set up whatever draws he could, get as many of the treasures before they all get steam cleaned away as possible, in hopes of, getting some kind of game plan together, maybe rolling the Time Warp, Galvadon, just sort of by chance. And, then you can still fall back on the Marin later on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what he's going to do. He thought last turn about the shield block and didn't use it. I think that's in his mind. Is make the space that he's making just get so much stuff out of his head. He had to count the shield block space.
Time grows short.
Here we go. What's he going to end up with? This is what he's waited the whole game for. His whole 2025 campaign may depend on these next few draws. Often he's definitely
Still 8 mana remaining and a few draws.
Yeah, let's see what she gets. Okay.
Done.
Keeping the timelines clean.
There's much less value so, options are
And clockwork.
Queen Carnassa. Carnassa.
Sure. And he does.
It's parallel. I'd have liked more, but that still will stave off fatigue, right? And I almost wonder, you've seen the time what burned.
I grow impatient.
Cleaning, or do at that point you go, well, they got Carnassa, we'll wait for the Carnassa, you know? Zhao Qi drew so many of those, discarded a bunch.
Yeah, he played that very quickly, Phil. I feel like he didn't consider necessarily the things that you much. So Shouty now can get to 40 health. That's a lot of health in one turn. He can get the Sulfuris labelled up. That's pretty handy. He can use the Carnassas to manage his board size. He's got enemies every time.
Time grows short.
Like as much he does have infinite Ziliacs. This might be the most ridiculous game.
Unfortunate getting a good roll there at a time when his hand is full, but
Where did I leave?
That's a good spot.
it gets because Zhao Qi is able to sort of
Like
I
clockwork.
see your fire cannot be extinguished. Wait! Ah!
Crystal Cavern, which would have made this portal. And so it's just sort of like, well, our freedom's really going to be good enough when I have Ziliacs every single turn. And whenever Philfield decides that he doesn't really like what he's got, he can start just sort of hoarding minions in hand for hero power to turn into legendaries from the Kobold. Minions in hand from the hero power to turn into legendaries from the Kobold.
This is one of those stupid puzzles that people skew that I can never do. So you can have, after he gets rid of the... this is absolutely so annoying. You have the board the shape he wants every turn, but like you just said, they can only be 3 times. With the Carnassas and stuff. Over his fatigue, over the trades for the next few turns. This is silly.
Yeah, Marrow was an option there. Think, oh, that's some nice burst damage. Why not pick that up? Well, this weapon is starting to wear down Philfield's corpse count, so something like the nesting golem would be nice to be able to just keep that corpse count high. With the Marrow Manipulator, you can't always dictate where those shots go. Whereas the 5 damage from the weapon you can send face every single turn.
I think we'll know over the next couple of turns how this is going to count, but the corpse count obviously becoming significantly less useful. Really, still nice to keep it up. Not much that we can see until we suddenly get power from the unheard of. Comes out the undead that eats corpses. Still covered on immediately.
Yep. Zhao Qi will have available a sort of final push of Blaine Megafin into Golden Bolt. Just because on average, if you're a legendary, it's usually better than whatever Merlin can hit.
He really needs stealth. I think here we're going shield, right?
Illidan versus Anduin.
No, he's not hitting
The light shall bring victory.
I will set the sky ablaze!
If you don't hit stealth, it's not going to matter. Yeah, try and protect his cards. Anyway. Oh.
Yeah, Wind Fury not so relevant on effectively a big taunt.
Yeah, he did think about it for a while and wants about taking a Wind Fury. Take Wind Fury. Normally you take Stealth to try and get an extra chance to Wind Fury. I think you take Fury not only because it's good, but also gives you an extra chance of getting the Stealth, which you can hide away this big minion with some.
Just trying to maximize odds on Rag Shot hitting relevant minion.
Yep.
What I see to be a Mega Fin involved. The endless parade of Ziliax continues.
Yeah, they're gonna take a while to stick now, only.
Demons. Demons.
Yeah, Philfield does need to make the hand space to be able to actually play this Shalaver stuff.
At some point, Shout here as well just have a Kobold option. Or you can just
Time grows short.
Our crew could always use another hand. Welcome to the crew.
I'll take control now.
Alright, if Shouty gets another Marin, gets a Druid Aviana,
Let's Murlocs first, yeah.
oh yeah, but we don't really want sort of bad wind conditions.
Turtle.
That is on Toba. Yeah, it sure is.
Oh my goodness, that's going to sit there forever whilst the 3/2s chip away the Ziliaxes, right? Well, forever being like 2 turns, but that's a long time.
I grow impatient.
The Marithra is probably the best of the bunch. Summons a lot of big minions, particularly. Party Planner, Bona not active. Shouty would have to swing the weapon into 2 different things that
I grow impatient.
be able to activate Bona. And yeah, the Aseras don't really do anything. The Hagatha doesn't do anything. The Widow, there's no spells remaining, so we have a couple of
Time grows short.
quite a few bad ones.
Wait, you've got Marita with the controller, right? Let's make all this. So, the controller definitely feels twice.
Yeah, cost 8 or more. There haven't been a ton of those. So Marithra will resurrect.
Oh!
Great Ricorex will resurrect
Yeah.
Ziliax.
By petal and
That's
sword!
really good. Ziliax and it'll only be the one Ziliax, but even so, Ziliax, controller, and seem like really good things to get. But on the other side, there's so much damage coming in. I'm excited, Adol.
All the quest rewards are 5, so they will try to see if there's anything else.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, unless he plays the Gigantified of this mech, Replicator-inator, right? That would be another thing that could get resurrected.
Demons. Demons.
Probably has to be Marithra right now.
Time grows short.
That way, but oh, the Ceaseless. Yeah.
Phil feels reaction. He's like, oh, I've got to keep playing this game.
Follow the Flutterwings!
Besides that Ziliax, you can rough break over the 6 ones, clear away most of this. Ziliax speeds up. Large Ziliax, you've got the 8 damage rag shot.
And this 130 is a lot harder to kill than the last one because the Ziliaxes are starting to.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, and you can only play 1 a turn on the Philfield. And that means that Draco
grow impatient.
So silly! And it's such an important moment! Shouting's ridiculous!
Time grows short.
Yeah, meanwhile, Philfield continuing to take 16.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's makes
El Inferno!
They're going to be gone, and Philfield's going to be down to what he can pick up from his hero power. One massive Drake or two bring on the Zera. Shouting, okay, the cards he has left in his hand are not very functional, but they have numbers in the board. 7, 7, 8, 6. They do something. They can fight. They just pull this one out. The Ziliax is going to gain him some more health unless he gets shot.
Yeah, Shuffle's 8-8. I think just because, you know, if it's redrawn, it's sort of an expensive do-nothing card, but it removes some power from the board.
Not too quickly.
There's quite a lot of space. Shouty is that card the game in
I think, you know, what's noting is like, oh, this isn't that great on average. One good hit, right? And you get a handful of legendaries. Sometimes you just got things going on. In fact,
Straight from Outland! Perfectly balanced!
just completely blindsided Sylvia.
Shouty now as well, having to decide whether he wants to press some of those now. He might work. Just get the focus. 10 by 10 seems good. If it's sure now, you can just get it anyway. And load up with some more stuff. You've got 21 available mana this turn.
I grow
these legendaries
impatient.
again, they are not very good. They don't do anything whatsoever maybe in terms of affecting the game text. But they still have chunky numbers, and there's only 2 Ziliacs having a bit awful on the other side.
Time grows short.
Got out on the other side. May be going to the World Finals. Happy taking 14 at the side.
It's necessary to activate this party player on it. You have to take an 8 damage on your turns to get on that 8-8. Death rattle on that 8-8 is that the death rattle is in your hand of, you know, summon the Ouroboros again. And now feel suddenly under pressure in a way I think he never expected him to. With a handful of Ziliacs.
Yeah, the Ziliac now.
I don't see a way out.
I don't think he can. I think Shouty, we were saying if he gets through the Ziliacs, as we see incredibly unlikely, might get there. That was several Ziliacs ago. There's still another one left. There's also a no mention which might just be a bit trapped.
Demons. Demons.
These Ziliacs are defensive Ziliacs. They're pushing in. Takes taking out. Sophia is taking out. It's also taking out. It's more less smaller. And this might just be legal.
Demons.
Right, this is 14.
Demons.
You want to be careful here.
And nothing really to search for in the deck. It's right.
Time grows short.
Go ahead and here's how to start. Remove one of the life steals.
I think Philfield is going to have to play both of them Again, doing nothing, it has numbers on it.
It has numbers on it. It has the Ouroboros death rattle.
Okay, yeah. Keep me straight on my toes on those ones because I will have missed that.
I grow impatient.
Phil feels gonna wait till the last
Reroll,
here.
you've got to reroll. This is futile if you don't reroll. It looks nice and all that. It stays from dying for another turn.
I don't know. The last celiacs with that, you cleared up the 6-4 and the 10-10. You look to be in a much better spot.
I grow impatient.
Pretty good minion in your 6-10. You've still got the foam render pushing amidst all of this. So in some
Sure.
respects, you can just keep trying to stay
Time grows short.
die, and then hope you can set up.
I will press the monstrous
Get
Be
in the way.
fair, I hadn't factored in actually 6-5s don't go back into 4 This might have gone the other way. Maybe called this too soon. It's been known before.
There is a defender in Shouty's command, which is called minion too.
Yeah.
Or, of course, also a taunt.
You shall not win.
You're
Yeah, I kind of think now might be the time to drop that defender.
I think so
My readings are off the charts.
too. Yeah, he's going to. Don't worry about the beatles, just have it from 1 to here. He's got 7.
Yeah, and if you don't clear the beetle, then it's going to come back as a 1/1 taunt every single time.
Which we so
I
annoying.
grow impatient.
Travel security might be able to do something.
Yeah.
No muncher. It's time to shine. Clear up that 1/1 beetle and gain a little bit of life.
Demons.
Roll off travel security.
Demons.
There's a lot of them available. But don't ask me to name them, I just know I've faced it enough times to know there's a lot of them.
Time grows short.
Do you see what must be done?
At this point, Shouty is kind of on the control. I guess the show sort of has been a while, but that didn't count for the Phil thought that Shouty was trying
Needs to do, yeah. Fatigue is 8 next turn. Well, I mean, this is over now in the world where Field just roll
He's back there. So yep, it's gotta be something.
It's possible, like,
I am relieved.
one last time. With a pair of pounds in a row. Needs to be now.
Meadows Rider would have been a hit Bill Field got.
Look at
It takes a long time, I think. Well, let's see, 4 rush.
It's not enough.
No.
5 rush.
Yeah, so this sets up a taunt, and then you turn the 1/1 into
Yes. That's
Be still and be cleansed.
next 5 or less. So you've got to work out how does that work? You've got to work out what to go for 10 drop and hope for the best that way. It's a tough call.
or maybe you say no.
Need help. Let's give me such your time.
Yeah, I never get
5 base, Shao-Ti no longer has an armor 0 power. I think the question is, I think Philfield's just taking too much fatigue, right? Because Shao-Ti can clear up all of these taunts, potentially.
It's going to come down to Philfield's hero power, right? Next turn.
You mean to Shao-Ti's?
No, I mean Philfield's. Shao-Ti's back also as well. Another random button to do 1 damage with if he gets the next.
Engines reporting in.
Shao-Ti can set a 50-50 up.
So he says 50-50, and if he misses Philfield.
Time grows short. Hell Inferno!
Short, right? You want to show us I'm missing something.
Why would he go one short?
Oh, it's 3 damage from hero power. I think it's just
Yeah, so that 8 and the thing about horses, it puts the death rattle, right? So he'll be able to kill off the raptor that has that Oracle's death rattle. So yeah, it's 50-50, hits it, and Philfield gave him the best out opportunity.
This fire must not burn again.
I think it was correct, setting up maximum number of taunts rather than rolling on legendary. And Shao-Ti gonna eke his way into the final here. To be fair, he was up against
Then 4 HP's well known.
Philfield had a tremendous run all the way through.
Flee, cowards. Your doom has come.
Shao-Ti again still has.
I am relieved.
I thought he was going to vote. That was, I think, so well played by both of them. Like, I feel like Philfield had it set up to win. He ran into Tortola to get it all back and do it again.
Forces of nightmare.
Take that, what must have been a 40-minute game, at least, down to a 50-50 shot, but it is going to be Shao-Ti definition. Can I just shout it for a minute? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Strike with fury. Strike with joy.
and sometimes that 50-50 means that you're able to win.
Engines ready.
That was thrilling. Another semi-final, if you didn't see it, was also thrilling. And hopefully that is setting us up for a thrilling final. Obviously, Shao-Ti is going to need a moment to get himself composed. That was an absolutely ridiculous start. But we're going to take a break while they get set up. I imagine we'll be about
You will be the first to transcend
the final of the 2025 Championships. Do not go anywhere. See you soon.
I see your fire can't be extinguished. I grow impatient.
Engines ready.
I grow in time grows short. That one is not prepared. This world shall not be defeated. build in my
We are getting ready to get into the finals of the World Championship, and what a journey both of these players have just been on. The close semi-finals.
My rage is not found.
Joining me for the finals is Fanface. I mean, we were all just talking, watching the last game anyway, but what did you make of it? What a crazy way to win the
I cannot even imagine being involved in a game like that. Like you said, we were watching it and we were freaking out. Like, just such a hard single like the pressure for both players. Everybody's trying to calculate stuff. There's obviously some random elements with the different minions from the Kobold. Just pure insane.
Yeah, and I think both players played well throughout the whole series. Of course, I think that one really just highlighted Shanti's ability to just make things work. Right, like you said, you cannot that is something that was played by Shanti looked like a little spicy.
And your fire cannot be extinguished.
Multiple World Championship attempts, Shanti is going to be in the finals, but his opponent, Definition, also had a bit more time to recover, but also had quite the semi-finals versus Lovestorm as well. So both of these players must be maybe just praying for just a slightly more regular game or match of Hearthstone right now, because to do all that all over again in those kind of ways will be a little bit intimidating for these players in what's probably the most important match of the
Absolutely. I think Xiaoti will definitely need a few minutes to calm down and relax after that one. He'll definitely be relieved, but then there's the realization, oh, I've got 10 minutes, jump right back into now the biggest game of my career again. So it's a huge stakes. I can imagine how both of them are feeling. Definition, like you said, he had his own crazy game. The nice thing for him is maybe, at least from his decision-making point of view, a little less mentally taxing in terms of the, kind of game that he had to go through. He's just gotta collect himself, calm down, and say, all right, I don't think it can get any crazier than that, so this one should be a piece of the cake for him.
Yeah, and just talking about the lineups as well as the players, like we said, we're just making sure the players are all completely good to go before we begin. The big key difference here is the Shaman in Shaman. Lining up right, which is huge. Lineup where we've ended up now in these finals. What do you make of this player you are leaning towards just purely from a lineup point of view?
It's very close from a lineup point of view. I hate to go back on what I've been talking about Shaman this whole time, but these are in the finals. I don't think this would be the time to get too experimental.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably is one of those things where you could try something, but if it didn't work, you'd probably feel quite bad afterwards. So an important game. Just a reminder, if you have just joined us or joined us recently or any point in joining that last game, which lasted, I think, upwards of an hour, this is going to be the final of the 2025 Hearthstone World Championship. These players have had different routes and different roads to get to this point, but either way, both players worked extremely hard for a long time now to get
views it differently. Some people might say, you know, well, like I've gotten this far, whatever happens, happens. Other people might be a bit more, you know, like I'm here, I have to know. I think it definitely depends on the person, but like you said, the most important thing is just to calm down, focus up. Everything that happened for the past in this tournament, it's done now, regardless. Any mistakes they've made, any mistakes they've played, it all is irrelevant for the next, you know, 30 or however long this game lasts. So just focus on.
Yeah, and based on the recent series, who knows how long it's going to go round. We'll have to find out. It does look like Definition's ban was Warrior and Shouty's ban was Hunter. Looking at this, so we'll see if we'll just wait till it's confirmed visually for us once we start getting to the first season event. But yeah, pretty reasonable bans, I would say. Nothing too crazy going out there, and it does look like the standard lineup they're doing it right. Philfield got very close, right? The Warlock almost made it to the final. I still think fantastic performance from both players that have Warlock, of course. They get into top 8 and then obviously semis. But it looks like these are the sorts of decks that they're going to get as we saw the most success from in these finals. But of course, it does come down to the players. For you now, I've asked about lineups, I've asked about decks, but when we look at the players from what you've seen over the course of these 4 days, who do you think has edge, if any?
Yeah, so it's interesting because they both had their good moments in their battle. Moments to be expected in a fight like this. I would still have to lean to Jalti. He's a player that I've personally been a fan of for a long time. I really enjoy watching him play. So methodical, so careful with everything he does, and I feel like every time I watch him, like that play looks good. Sometimes I'll be casting maps, I'll say, oh, well, like this is what I would do. He'll different play, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably Jalti's play. That just makes sense. So he's an incredible player. Definition, of course, in his own right, also.
Looking at results, overall moments over the years, Shouty's looking very good. But as we have seen in the past few days, anything can happen, right? Like we've seen the most extreme cases of having to just juggle these Shouty there, give them matchups. And then again, it's all just about these early starts. We can see Hostile Invader is an option for definition, one of the better ways to fight back versus those early
sometimes you might see prep kept. It's pretty good, but I think He's really looking for one draw to push a lot of early chip damage against Warrior. Meanwhile, for Warrior, we won't see the best kept possible, as you mentioned, much more potent.
Okay, well, Quiet's actually in a post mulligan with pretty decent hands, having the one drop to potentially eat in or go to his map as an option. Not bad at all for Shouty. Definition, having some armor gain, some card draw, and the hostile invader, that's kind of ticking the majority of the boxes for the Warrior, right?
It is, yeah. There's one box that's left unticked with his new heights, getting that extra ramp, allowing you to play Aether maybe without having a coin, getting to Tracker X and Ziliax. As well, that is getting the definition that he wants to see next turn. Sometimes you might see the one too. I think in this case, he doesn't want to kill his minion off because he knows that this minion will push him damage. That's a big part of the matchup, getting your minions to actually deal damage. Instead, he finds a Wisp, is able to eat that, but he keeps his 2-1 on board, which may very well push like 8 more damage this game.
Yeah, no. Not looking too bad at all there. Really nice. I don't want to say going all in, but just the early confident prep go. I can find something to do with this turn. Pretty nice, and yeah, I like this a lot. Having that 2-1 is going to start chipping away at this armor getting from the shield. From definition. Very quickly back over to Shouty though.
Yep,
just,
and
Doobie's just throwing it out, right?
He's just looking for a task. At this point, trying to get a decent turn, and just to continue cycling his deck, he does pick up an old manager with an Insidious in hand, so that will definitely be key this game.
Shouty just very focused and really planning out the turns, because again, this is one of those moments where you can just take a bit of time. These turns you do really want to have a bit of a roadmap to go down, right? And just plan out how it can cycle through the deck. The setup look like, as you mentioned, with no manager. Shouty just taking his time, working out if he wants to do anything else this turn, but also what the next few turns look like. Look at the hand side, well, not to get into any too much trouble. Too difficult with the Shadow Step and with spin hand as well.
Yep, and he does have Wisp, which you could just play out, but that is also a draw off of Web Weaver later on, because he's already played his first one, so he's going to hold on to it. And there is the top deck. Bit of a tough turn. I would probably lean towards a Tusk. See what Spence is remaining to mana on. He also can just spend the mana on the O Manager. Of course, he cannot play Incendious next turn, but could just get the mana spent.
I think I like this overall, yeah. No rush, as you said. As long as looking to play the Energy next turn, no doubt. So you may as well just preload everything you can, right? And again, if the Hostile Invader comes down now, it's not like Shouty's gone super heavy on the board or anything. Like, yeah, these die, but who cares in the grand scheme of things? There's no big EMG all in that's going to get cleared or anything like that, or anything hyper important in this part of the game. Still frustrating, but not the end of the world.
Yep, and I imagine Definition is now thinking about if he can just play out this Invader. One previous purchase is already on, and the best insert to it. The thing about playing it out is not only does it destroy their current board, it also makes their future board really awkward to deal with. But he does end up just armoring up. He's going to skip the invader. Has the quest in hand, which he will hold on to, and he's able to go invader on his quest.
Okay. Straight into another new hit. This round has started to really help.
It will, but he does need to find some top end for that ramp, like the Great Macarax, like Ziliax. At the moment, he basically has Invader, not much else, right? That Ceaseless is a long way away from playable.
Meanwhile, Shouty did find an EMG. Does have web as well.
Yep, and
Because
picks up
this,
the second Shadow Step.
Go on.
It just picks up the second Shadow Step, so now he is able to continue to cycle these asteroids while also getting the thing must go down. Probably hoping that he ends up hitting a particularly big minion with more than 4 HP here.
Yeah, because it's smaller live, this stacks up to be a nice extra amount of damage, right? Not only being able to attack phase, but also be a Shadow Step target, which saves the mana from using the other Mauler instead, if that was going to be one of the options Shouty was looking at. So here's the MG. Okay.
2 5 HP minions, I don't think he'll be upset about that at all, and then he'll go ahead and Shadow Step at Mauler, just get it back in his hand for 0. Oh, he actually just replays it as well. And then it is going to go ahead and Shadow Step at Mauler, just get it back in his hand for 0. I think it creeps well, sure.
Yeah, sure, more asteroids now, right? Just lock them in and get it done. Does still have access to that green as well, the incentives, so this is for Shouty lining up very nicely of just ticking all the boxes for okay. Asteroids in, big board forcing removal. Normally, if removal's done, then there's not much sort of overall warrior progression, right? Of not doing the annoying things like getting armor or best with 2 motors. So this ask is now on definition as to how he's going to choose to remove this. Does have the invader, but as you said, final is a little bit annoying.
It certainly is an interesting Shouty at the end of the turn that you could maybe argue about. It's a Phoenix with free. Only potential punish for it is in definition were to go here. It would deny you being able to coin an Insidious. So I would have probably just not played the Phoenix at this point, just to leave that one so open. Because if they were, then the Phoenix doesn't really mean anything anyway, right? We're in a decision point.
Yeah, with both chaps gone. And it's not as if you could even say on. Shadow. Shadow's been you.
Get his game plan rolling.
Would you not like the look of trade in, clear the board completely, and then coin Incendious? So it's sort of just sat on its own max out?
Yeah.
That's true. And low armor as well at the moment, right? So shield slam not really on her outside of a croc as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he does indeed push a couple of the charges through that bulwark. Definition needs some help here from the deck. Picks up an all-you-can-eat, which, of course, that draws pretty crucial cards like Dracorex or Ziliax. Sometimes.
Well, this brawl would be...
Sometimes.
Well, this brawl is going to be very interesting. It could go very right, or it go very wrong.
Yeah, he is looking at it, just kind of double checking, and
it's the only real choice he's got, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, dream scenario, you win the brawl, but disaster scenario, he just wants to avoid the Incendious wing. And it,
ooh, the win.
He wins the brawl. That is potentially a huge deal because that keeps his AoE on the board.
Yeah, and he's
soaks
going to
up
soak
damage.
some of these asteroids, which isn't too
Absolutely, yeah.
shabby either. Yeah. Luckily for Shouty, to an extent at least, it wasn't one of those follow-up turns where you just go eruption, eruption, eruption off the top, right? And it's just like, oh, it's all gone now. So it does have a little bit of leeway here, but he does have that Thanos, does have the option of more Maulers as well.
Yep, now just needs to figure out the best way to sequence this turn. Has still got a lot of cards in deck to go through though. So taking a look at what Shouty has left, 5 eruptions, 4 asteroids, and then 4 real cards still in deck. But the problem is there's also this invader, so he just can't get the Thanos down because it will immediately die. Very awkward for him now. So taking a look at
Is it?
I'm
thinking, is there ever a world where this gets daggered down? Is that just a? I'm pretty good at silly suggestions, Banter, just so you know.
No,
so,
it's not. It's not silly at all. I think you're actually forced to. It doesn't really have another option because he doesn't want to draw the rest of his damage.
Exactly.
And suddenly, Shouty's able to just play his Ziliax that is quite likely
is there
in
ever a
hand.
world where this gets daggered down? Is that just a? I'm pretty good at. Okay, if the Ziliax does